Hey, I forgot to answer the second question. Oh, darn. So here I am. Hopefully it won't take me a minute, but here's the answer. So the question was, can you make a good living at staging? Absolutely yes. In fact, there's a post that's in one of the other groups that was asking how many stagers are there out there who are seven-figure stagers, and there are several. In fact, many, and that comes from a lot of hard work, obviously, and they've been in business for a while. But those guys have paved the way for us to do really well with our own businesses. So, absolutely, you can be a six-figure or seven-figure stager. Absolutely, there's revenues to be earned. You can be really quite successful. One of the ways to do that is kind of tying back to the previous Facebook Live is that, be educated, continue to educate yourself, continue to network, and to be to learn from the people around you, and to be an expert in your industry. So that's one of the ways that you do really well. The other way, and this is just sort of really about your business planning, is if you invest in inventory and you keep reinvesting back in your business, then you are it's much easier to get to those bigger numbers and to be successful with your business, because one of the things that having inventory rental does is it creates a really great revenue stream for you to go forward. So that revenue stream that will ensure that you continue to be able to put money back into your business and to do well at it. So that is one thing absolutely you can. Now I'm going to give you an example of how you could, so visually you can see that. So if you think about the average staging job, now everybody's going to be slightly different. You have your own costs and expenses, but let's say the average staging job is $2,500, and that's a fairly basic staging. That's not crazy because they can go up and up and up. Most occupieds are going to start for most people around the $1,500 mark and go up from there. So if you think about it from the fact that it's a $2,500 job, and you want to make $100,000 this year, then you would very easily be able to calculate, if I do $2,500 jobs all the time, that I only need 40 of those, so that's less than one a week, in order to bring in revenues of $100,000. So right off the bat, you can see how successful that could be. You can also look at that from the perspective of, in order to do those in order to do that staging 40, let's say you usually get 1 out of 2 every jobs convert to staging. That doesn't mean that that's not a fail or anything, because everybody's going to be slightly different in how that converts. What that means is that only half of the people that you did a consult for needed you to stage. So the other half really needed you to stage, were pleased and thrilled to invest in you, and so they're the ones that are going to give you the 40 $2,500 jobs. So let's say you did 60 consultations. So I got to get my handy calculator out here because I'll never do this on my own. So let's say you had let me see where my thing is there. Let's say you had 60 jobs and you charged $250 for a consult, and you had 60 jobs. So that's another $15,000 in just doing consults. So now you've made $115,000 in revenues, in gross revenues, and you didn't even work every week of the year, because you only needed to do 40 of those $2,500 jobs. Imagine if you did $4,000 jobs, which is quite possible for like a vacant, sort of a beginning vacant, fairly standard main kind of normal size house, 2,500 square foot house. Let's say that was $4,000 for your staging. You'd only need to do 25 of those to come up with $100,000 in revenues. And so you can see then, like, wow. And I'm thinking, like, if you do 25 of those, that means you only have to do 1 every 2 weeks. And it also means that you can get really specific and say, I do vacant staging, and market yourself exclusively as that, or in a niche, or be able to take on other stuff. So there's just an example. So I just want to show you, absolutely, yes, you can do well. I will say that one of the things that you need to be able to do is to be passionate, be determined, and keep going with your business. And one of the things that I think is really important that you have, if you want to be that six-figure stager and beyond, and to do really well with your business, especially as I know that if you love decorating, you should be making good money at it, right? So if you want to do that, and then you need to set a plan for yourself. And having a plan for your first year business, I think, is very, very important. It's one of the things that that we work on when you're taking a successful stage of training, is how you're actually going to achieve those goals for you. And if you know that I want to do 6 figures, what do I need to do to get there? And that's going to be very important, because you need to know that you're going to invest in your inventory. You need to know when you're going to do that, when it's going to be strategic for you. And so because you need it to earn you money, and you need it to earn you money on every job. So that's all things that you learn as you go, but I'm happy to share with you as well. All right, so have a great weekend, and I hope that makes everybody happy to know that you can do very well in this industry. All right, take care, guys, and I will see you later. Have a great weekend. Where's my thingy?